Well, hello, and good morning, and welcome back. It's been about a week. If you caught me last week before Thanksgiving, we did a Wednesday. We did a silly cover ordeal. You know, as we're working on my December daily, trying to get it together, and all its mishaps. So, we put a fleece cover on it. We used press board, pipe cleaner, and some scrapbook paper. Cleaned up messes, decorated, I got my cover sewn in, or it's sewn into the cover, and even went ahead and started working on some inside pieces. So, we are sort of prepped, ready to go for December daily, and today we're going to work on a little bit of ephemera. I'm totally behind. I'm not joining any of the challenges per se, but I'm sort of like going backwards now and sort of getting into it. So this is based off last week's video by Lorette, the Vintage Paper Girl. She was doing a Roxy challenge, a weekly challenge thing with, I think, some scrapbook paper and whatnot. So I'm doing the same thing. This is the bottom strip of the inside cover to our December daily. It was a darker piece that I didn't really want in the cover. I wanted the lighter stuff. And I wanted to do sort of what she did with the scraps. She did a larger piece of scrapbook paper that she matched up with her journal cards. These happen to fit the scrap piece of paper, and we're going to make it fit. And we're creating these little pockety tucks that we can tuck into larger pockets. So if I want a spot where, I want to work something, we're going to make this sort of go in our favor. So now I could do this one of two ways. I could fold everything inward, and we could cover it with the cards, and I could do it this way instead. But then I have this flap that goes inward that I'd have to figure out how to cover, and I'm running out of scrap paper. I don't have a lot of digital pages left over printed from any of my snowy winter kits. I'm realizing I am down to the bare minimum, which is why most of this month is going to be probably a majority of the Cozy Winter Kit projects with a little bit here and there for my December daily. As I come up with something, I want to be able to show you guys photos or show you how I may have used those pages. But, we don't have a whole lot left. So I had the scrap. I knew she had done something, and I was like, okay, well, let's see if I can do the same thing. And since I did cut it with the cutter, it's as straight as it's going to get. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring these down a little bit. I have these extra borders. These are my almost square journal cards. That are in the fancier ephemera kits that I have. And because I think mine are normally a little more narrow, and they don't have a major border around them. My normal journal cards. But then I had these where I have some color, I have some whites, and I have these bordered labels that let you play with the photos and decide how far out or how far in you need to go. So we are definitely going to sort of cut off some stuff and make them a little shorter, because I do want to be able to see some of the background in this kit. So, because what she does, she matches the paper to the card, sort of centers the card, and then I'm pretty much just cutting off right now the blue fuzzy inked effect that I have on my journal cards. There's a little bit of that right there. It's really pale on some of these cards this time around. So I'm just sort of cutting that off, and I will re-ink it with the Hickory Smoked on this one, and then go from there. So we're just going to do these a little different. I'm utilizing it to where we're going to have one, it goes inward and has to go that way. Oh, that's right, huh? Oh, so I could do it. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this, because I know we're going to be backwards. So if I trim this here, this folds back. If I trim it here, it also folds back. Oh, I guess it's the same either way. Here I thought I was going to do them where the folds were going to be on opposite sides. But she is on the opposite side, so I was okay with that. If it did, I just realized I was going to go the wrong way with it. Wouldn't that have been sad? Well, no, I could do it. It would still work the way I wanted to. I'll show you. I have a thought. I know that when I'm doing this, I'm going to have a fold on one side and a fold on the other side when I'm done, just because of the paper and because of how I want to use this scrap paper. I want to cut and trim it to where the fold tuck is on this side, so we're not blocking the graphic, and you have a little room to write about whatever maybe you were sticking inside it. I know me, I don't think I can cut straight. I'm trying to do this without having to, I don't really want to get the cutting board out just for the heck of it. I'm like, I know I'm sort of eyeballing this, but I might regret that. But We'll see. So how's everybody doing? How was everybody's Thanksgiving? We talked Wednesday beforehand, got the journal started. And then I left to be because I got busy, and you know, I don't know how far I got. We didn't get very far this month. This is probably the one weekend, first weekend in a long time, we really didn't get very far. Now, I'm loving that. We just see a hint of the darker color. I figured this one was working because on this dark end, it pulls from here. This is a little brighter blue, and this works nicely with this too. So we are going to trim off some of the blue though. Yeah, we did not get as far as I thought. I really thought we were going to get farther, and I just couldn't. Happy to actually have someone in our weekend Lights On Parade. It's our kickoff from Thanksgiving to Christmas, like our kickoff to Christmas season. Get people to come downtown to shop and just, you know, kick off the season. And it's really early this year. Oh my gosh, to be doing a parade literally 30 days before Christmas. On the 25th, we did a parade this year, knowing, okay, Christmas is literally in 30 days. Which is good because we actually have a longer season. I hate when Thanksgiving is like on the 27th and it's like, oh my gosh, I feel like Christmas is such a short season. Or winter, Christmas. Christmas is a season, it is. I feel like it's really, really short when Thanksgiving is late. It's so hard to deal with. So I'm going to do this. Here, we're going to do this. I know it's going to seem weird. I know I'm not doing this probably as she did it, but, oh, and I have to remember that we need to tuck something in. So I have to decide if I tuck it on this side and tuck it back that way. I don't want glue on that side. Or on the bottom. Okay, I'm trying to think which way I want to do this. I'm probably doing this very, very different from her. But again, it was her Roxy, she was her rendition of the Roxy weekly challenge, Roxy's weekly challenge using scrapbook paper. And she did this last week, guys. And the same day, actually, she showed off my journal. It was was it a week ago? Wednesday. So mine was on Thursday? No, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Last Wednesday. So this is airing Tuesday, and I think hers was last Wednesday. So yeah, her last Wednesday video had my journal and had this cute little kit on it. So I'm going to take it out of the Christmas and do it winter. But so we're going to go 1.5 inches in, and that's what we're going to score it here. And we're going to score, and then we'll fold it or cut it about 1.5 inches out so it can go backwards. Now she went about 1.5 inches, which is pretty deep, I think, for us. Being this is definitely a smaller, but I think I'm also going to, yeah, 1.5 inches is way out here. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of our scoring guys, and it's going to take a little off. Maybe we'll do, I don't think I want to do zigzags. Maybe we'll try to do the weave, because I don't want it to be flat. I decided, I'm like, I don't remember how she cut hers. She may have just scored and cut. So I think at 1.5 inches, we're just going to weave it out, so we have a little bit dimension when we fold it back. But I did leave this pocket open, as you're supposed to, so you can put a pocket of stuff in here. And we're going to make a pocket on the back. And then we're going to do it on the other side. Yeah, having someone in the parade that starts off our holiday season definitely ate up some of our Saturday. Because I was working on the yard, and I was working on the lights, and then just going in circles trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I could not get myself motivated the right direction, because I knew I'd have to stop. So at one point I finally stopped and, you know, go pick up kids that needed extra rides, and then get them home and feed some of them, and then get them back out. Yeah. Now, this looks like it should be you can't make this a horizontal card, but I also designed her sideways. Also, like in the page, she's actually sideways. So I'm going to leave her sideways, and I'm okay with that. So that worked beautifully, just a little bit of trimming. So in this case, this time, so what I'm pretty much doing is I'm tucking on one end and flipping the page behind on the opposite. So we're not, I think her fold here went backwards, so you tucked here, but when you rolled it over, you tucked the other way. So yeah, don't use this as a tutorial unless you like the oddball different way that I'm doing it. Because I try to sort of use what I have, and sometimes it does flip things around the other direction, or goes a different way, or whatever. So I did not ink this. Of course I didn't ink this. I don't want to do too much, actually, because this one, sort of like the blue on blue. The white, I wanted a little bit more on it, but I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I do this every time. How are you? So how was your Thanksgiving? How was your weekend? I said this was definitely a kickoff to Christmas. We got lights up on the house. We were either in or attended the Christmas parade. We got the Christmas tree on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, which for our Christmas lot was actually super swamped, I guess. I mean, it was swamped. It seemed really busy, which we weren't used to. We used to showing up, and it was like, why is it so crazy? She goes, I don't know. You guys have like 31, 32 days till Christmas. Like, I hope the tree will survive long enough, because a lot of us take the pre-cut trees. As much as we love the ones that are grown there, those are a little lightweight, and so they don't really hold our ornaments very well. And so my daughter still picked out a Monterey pine, which is still a little hard. Like, we have to make sure the ornaments are on the bottom of the upright, the what do we call it, the branch goes upward, so we have to make sure that we get the string or whatever down low enough so that it sits and doesn't like whoop. So there was a few ornaments that did not make it on the tree, because I was like, that is just not going to hold. I don't care how hard we try. So yeah, that was sort of a bummer. But anyway, so little one picked out a Monterey pine, so they all just got to sort of decide how much we put beads. We put some red beads on to make it look like cranberries type of deal, and how much we were going to put on there. So they all just got to just sort of decorate and have a little bit of say there, and then the youngest got to pick the tree, and she was on it. When my oldest went to the left last year, my youngest went to the right this year, and which is about right. She did the same thing last year too. Sort of funny. I was like, oh, okay. So I did not put that on straight, you guys. Oh my goodness. And I'm just gonna have to suck it up. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. This one will be definitely a little whiter, which is fine. Just looks like I put the pocket on sideways. We'll have fun with it. Again, it's mine. So yeah, definitely try to get your card a little straighter than I did. So I am doing this first so I know where they're at. And then I have plenty of space in between now to get, whatever I need. So what I'm wondering is, we're going to mark it on this side. I don't know what these are. I have to think. They're ephemera pockets is what they are, but 4 inches. So normally you go 1.5 inches in, which we will, but I'm going to use it as where the outside edge of my, because when you roll that in, that's quite a bit in. So we're going to definitely work this guy, I think we're going to tear inside so that we don't have as much outward. Because if I do that, I think it's going to be really thick. I don't think I want to go out that far. I mean, you want it far enough to where, but it's just so much smaller than, she was using a large journal card. So in retrospect, a 1.5 inch tab was plenty. I think this is like too much. I feel we have such a small 3-inch ordeal to begin with that that's not going to work. So let's rework this a little bit. I'm going to make it definitely smaller so my sizes are definitely smaller. So we're going to go about 1 inch out. I keep forgetting this has a decent little guy on it. So yeah, we were quick, we were in, we were out, we got our wreaths, we got our wreaths and our tree pretty quickly. My girls were on it, they found it, we found everything pretty quickly, which was nice. So, ooh, I like you. So then, see, there you go. That's better. I thought another 1/2 inch out would have been too much. All right, so we have that. Gives it some texture, a little fluff, I don't care. It's not perfect. I like the fact it's a little fuzzy because then it does its thing. So yeah, we did find our everything pretty quickly. On Friday, but we didn't get out there very quickly. We didn't get out there till after 12. I wanted to treat my parents to a quick Starbucks and a little treat for the girls and everybody give them the umph that we needed to get out there, and get through it. But we didn't get out of Starbucks and start on the road again until how funny, there was just enough ink on it that I left a mark. How cute. We really didn't get out there till like 12:15, 12:20, and which would be fine. It's not like the end of the world, but it just by the time we were done and we were home and then we had lunch, we got the tree in and we grabbed lunch and it was getting late, and I think by the time I was done with something else we had to do, it was like on a Friday, it was like 3 something. I was just like, I can't do anymore. Like, we're gonna poop out, and I wanted us to work on the tree itself, but we barely got. I think Friday night we finally had dinner, and we had leftover dinner and leftover Thanksgiving, leftover Thanksgiving dinner, and then I did not go what I was supposed to do. Shoot, there we go. And we had a little TV. It was like, okay, it's getting late, which my daughter was like, well, okay, well, I'll help, and we got the lights up, and we got about the lights up. I don't think we got much for a few Christmas ornaments. Well, some of the new ones we finally got up that we had just bought, but I started a fire because it was finally getting cold, and I don't know, it was a long night. Normally we get the Christmas tree pretty done Friday night, and that didn't happen. Nothing is going as planned, but it's okay. It took me pretty much technically 3 days to get a Christmas tree and lights up. Got the Christmas tree, got it decorated, got the lights down, tweaked, repurchased, whatever, and up with all its mayhem. So yeah, I was a little wasn't expecting it. Okay, so we have our pocket, and we're pretty much basing all of this off the scrap paper we have. So the journal card that we're using it to make a pocket fits the scrap paper we have from a scrapbook 12 by 12, and we're sort of judging or gauging everything from that. So yes, I have one that has a pocket this way, and we have one that has a pocket that way. Now this is the original one where she. I think she does it this way, and you have your pocket here, but she put her pocket on this side. I have it on the outside, because I'm silly that way. My own mishap there. Now, because I don't have a whole lot. I mean, I have more scrapbook paper, I guess, but it's all big, and I don't want to keep creating scraps. I don't have any more scrapbook paper. I have this, which was one of my first mishaps of trying to create. See, I kept trying to decide how dark and how light I wanted to do the journal pages for last year's Snowy Winter kit, volume 2, I think. So I think that was volume 2. Was that volume 1? I think it's volume 2. I don't think I did that in volume 1. I'm like, I think it's volume 2. Yeah, volume 2. So I had some mishaps, and I don't know, now that I think about it, do I want to go dark or light? Ooh. Maybe I like the light. That gives me more freedom. So what I was going to do is I was just going to cut around here and ink the bottom so that I don't really have that differential. But we're going to start by cutting straight up, and we're going to have our babies. I have scrapbook. I have little scraps or mishaps or sample pages here. So what I want to do is get it up where, yeah. And I like that idea. The only thing is across the top definitely doesn't have anything, but I can just distress it with more whatever. So let's find the fold enough to where, I know that it's covered. I don't have to go all the way, but enough to where I know it's covered. To make my life easier when it comes to gluing this down. Oh wait, let's get this done. So I know she had another scrapbook of paper, which is really cute. And then, scrapbook paper scrap that she glued down, and then so we're gonna do this, and then she put a piece of like writing paper, coffee dyed paper, in the pocket, which is a really good idea. I am just running out of all that paper, so I don't know what I'll do with mine yet, since I don't know if I want to put a picture in there. I want to put another journal card in there. I might want to do any number of. Nope, let's not do this wrong. So here's where I have to make sure I don't screw up. This is where I did mine backwards and whatever, so we're gonna see if I can do this right. Probably not, but there we go. I did it. Okay, I did it. I'm loving that I'm mixing my journals this year. I'm mixing the different variations, the different journal kits of mine with each other, because they do look good together. Mixing the old with the new. And some of it's very different because it's not even the stuff that you guys got to see, because... Nope, I did it backwards. I did it upside down. No, yes. This way. Okay. No, I did it right. Oh, whew. Sorry, guys. I mean, because this one is such an odd spaced one, I forget that the page itself is on its side. One owl's on the bottom and one's on its side. So the journal card can go either way with it. So it sort of throws me off. Okay, there we go. So I want to make sure it's all really inked really good before I glue anything else down. But this gives me both writing space, two pockets, and a piece of ephemera to put into the journal wherever I see it needs to be necessary. And I think because of my shapes, I wonder if I will round it like my mom does. I do 50-50. I don't always. I do need to remind myself to do it more often. I think this bottom corner, it's going to be really cute if I can corner it, because I corner it in the page itself. It's not everything. I just got to do a little bit of, there we go. I like that actually. Straight, zigzag. Let's glue it down, and then so we have a little bit of writing here. We can tuck something in and all that jazz. So the parade went off without a hitch. It was a long day for them. We dropped them off at 3:30. They got dressed. They warmed up. They did their thing. They left at 4:45 from the high school to walk down to their slot, which they didn't have to go very far. They actually sort of overwalked. They were like number 51 out of 65. And they walked down to like number 20. And we're like, whoops. So they made them backtrack down like 20 rows and then sit off to the side. And then when they waited for the numbers to go by, and then when it was their time, they just sort of stepped into place and, you know, followed everybody else. So I was like, oh my gosh, I kept waiting and kept waiting. And like, where are they? You know, I forgot to ask what number they were in the right. There we go. Something cute and easy, right? So we have a pocket here, and we have a pocket here. So I can put a picture in here and information, like a little bit of information on the back. Something cute and easy to put in any one of my silly pockets. And now I have a scrap. More scraps. No, I don't have a lot. That's sort of the funny part. Okay, so now let's see if we can do this with the other one. I like the lighter ones. This was a darker one. So I wonder if I should do the darker on this one. Definitely makes the top more obvious. So that was my only thing I didn't want to do. Like, this one is okay. It's not so bad to have it white up here, but this would definitely be obvious if it was dark down here and light up here. It'd really unnerve me, personally. Even on a personal note. So I'm thinking on this one, I'm going to barely trim the bottom. And then we're gonna keep it light, but I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. I have to get into it either way. It doesn't really matter. It's just whether I'm cutting top or bottom here. So we're gonna, there's a scrap. I got border on that one of snowflakes. Yeah. We got another snowman I can use later or corner. Maybe fussy cutting them out later. I'm going to decide. Do I want to make them matchy and they're blonde, or they're both light, or do dark, two opposites? Let's go opposite. Why not, right? But what I do want to do, we're not going to give a lot. We're going to get a really thin border of dark color. We won't leave as much obvious, of course, and we will round it. Yeah, and then we're gonna glue it down the best I can, and that definitely bugs me because I didn't think it would. If I border it, because my angles in general aren't straight. Okay, fine. Not working the way I want to. Why does not surprise me? We'll leave a little bit on the bottom because it is. We'll cut it up. So anyway, any great stories, any anecdotes and fun things from your Thanksgiving, or your week off, or your 4-day weekend, or whatever it may be. Anything exciting? But yeah, I mean, I got the lights done, which is great, and I'm stoked that the outside's done, and I can come home every night, and that's done. I got the tree done, so at least at night, the tree and my wreath in my living room are up, and they're running, and that makes me happy, because I'm like, you know, prefer that that's ready. So I'm good with that. What's going on? So at least I have that part done. So the goal is my Tuesday will be spent decorating. You guys get to see this, you know, Monday night, Tuesday morning, depending on how late or how early you go. I think I'm going to glue this down and then cut up, because that way I don't take a chance of cutting it too short. Yeah, I'm going to spend Tuesday trying to get as much as I can at the inside done. I got things up on the walls. On some of the walls, I've got like some things that are easy to get access to. Like, they were really easy for me to get out from my garage. I went ahead and got those done little by little. I'd go out and do something, and I got the wreath up, and I would got both my wreaths up. I got a couple of my snowmen ordeals that go on the walls, you know, taken care of. I got, you know, little things like that. I definitely took care of throughout the weekend as we were working on stuff, but, oh, that's why, okay. I just did not get as far as I would do, and lately I notice more and more I cannot get it all done in a weekend. I just think there's too much going on, and the kids only help so much. So, you know, they helped a little more maybe, but one's definitely struggling with the Christmas season this year, so she's not quite as much in the mood. She gets in the mood and she's not. Like, she wasn't in the mood, so I thought, okay. Didn't even ask. We went and started working on the Christmas tree. She picked it out, but technically her sister was in charge of decorating, at least picking themes and stuff like that, and I didn't even ask. She was hiding in her room. She didn't want to watch Scrooge with us, and so I just thought she wasn't in the mood to be out, and I didn't even ask. I felt so bad. So she comes out later and she's like, "You put lights on without me?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "I always help you with the lights. And I'm like, damn it. Complete fail, you know. Complete mother fail there. I'm like, I'm sorry. I just was tired and I thought you weren't in the mood and I just jumped the gun when I had the time." And I felt so bad. Like, "Well, do you want to decorate?" And she's like, "No." I was like, all right, my bad. I goofed. I'm sorry. Oh, well, right. What are you going to do? Then I was like, okay, fine. From now on, I'll try to make sure to ask. And even then, the next day, though, or 2 days ago, Sunday, I was like, okay, well, we're going to decorate. Do you want to help? And she was just like, you know. I was like, oh, God, I can't win with you. She's like her father in that way. Her dad used to help us with would simply just help with, like, putting up the lights, and then he would leave the rest for me and the girls to do. At first, when we first were married, no, he would help me decorate, and, you know, when we only had one and she was young, he'd help decorate, and then the tree. But as they got older, he left it for me and the girls to do, which is fine. You know, I get it. That makes sense. But, yeah, so my youngest would have picked up on that. She would help me and Dad put up the lights, or she'd help her dad put the lights up, but had no real desire, you know, to do anything else. And I was like, okay, or I can't say. She'd do some things. I don't know. She's done things. She hasn't done things. So anyway, this year was just off. I couldn't find the timing. Could not find the timing and the right combination for her. She picked the Christmas tree, but wanted help with the lights, and I totally blanked. But didn't want to help with the outside lights. Oh well. Anyway, it is what it is. I can't do it all. I can only do what I can imagine and think and try. And all right, so there's some papers to play with if I need to cover little things again. I definitely have a concoction of straps of fussy cut and do things with. Which, yes, because I cut that strip out of the smaller numbers, hoping that would work. Okay, so we have our two pockets. We have the pockets on the outside. You flip it in the pocket on the inside, and we can put those in anything, and I can put photos, menus, secrets, whatever I want inside. There we go. Okay. So those will go in here somewhere, and I'll probably just randomly put them in on some pages, and then see what and where they might pan out, right? Because I don't know. We're getting closer to Christmas, so maybe this will get a pocket of some sort, and we'll put that one in there. And then so on the front area, what's plaid on plaid maybe? Dark snowflake, snowman. I don't know. Let's see, what is this? 8. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. All right, we'll just do that. We'll sort of tentatively put them in a place, and if I have something for that, great. If not, I'll move it down their way. That's the joy of that. All right, now, here's the fun part. You get to keep watching me struggle. I was trying to find a 12 by 12 project. Last year, that's all everybody ever did, right? We were going through a huge scrapbook. If you've been watching for a while, you know, If you're new to this, well, sometimes we will take scrapbook 12 by 12 pads and we will make stuff with it for our journals, right? Because for a while there, it was whatever paper you had. It was whatever, you know, we were going through the whole scrapbook fetish when you did all your photo albums and you had all the scrapbook paper. We were buying Michael's and Hobby Lobby 12 by 12 packs that were, you know, if we got the coupon and we could get it for $20, we were doing good, right? Because they were $40 for like 30 pieces of paper. And most of them at the time were not front and back. So we were going through a space there where if you didn't have digitals, we did a bunch of scrapbook paper 12 by 12 projects. I thought I kept a bunch of them. I thought I saved a bunch of them because I wasn't ready. I was so busy the year prior. And I thought I kept stuff. So I did keep a few, but realizing they were like, Gail made a really cute 4-pocket mini booklet. And Shabby Dabby Doodah, Tina, she was doing use up the whole paper pad about this time last year. And she did her accordion, but she also did a cute accordion flip fold. This sort of reminds me of my 4-fold, very much like my 4-fold envelope concept, but it was folded in and was going to be inside as a page. So neither one of those really worked when I have a single-sided page and nothing. But I'm going to take a combination of their techniques that they got from other people and see if I can make some kind of folded out ephemera holding page that we can glue in at some point without wasting paper, sort of like we did for our Christmas page, where this was, this was supposed to be just a constant tucked pocketed tag, and I instead of glued it in a way where it's a tuck, it has a belly band, it's a writing space, more tucks. We're going to change up its concept. So what I want to do is find another one to put maybe even on my daughter's birthday page or birthday weekend. I know she's got friends coming over on the 8th and 9th. So maybe that won't be that. Maybe we'll put on this page. That will work. So maybe I'll put this back here on another concoction. We'll go to that original thought. So maybe for this page, I want to be able to put fun anecdotes. Like her birthday, yes, but that weekend, put some fun anecdote multi-pocketed thing here, and we have to make it with this, which that will work. And I've got very little scraps, but I have scraps. So first off, this is a true 12 by 12. The first one has you just folding it, at Gail's had you folding it to make little pockets at 1.5 inches, 6 inches, 1.5 inches, scoring all those areas. Tina's rendition is more, this way, and if I go to the cord, then I know how to fold each one into those halves. Let's see. We're going to do some folding. Now, I'm going to start this way just because it's easier sometimes to see, but then I may very well be folding things back out, some in, some out, to make this work. Because I know at one point you do want it to fold in a way that makes sense, but it all depends on whether we can do it right or close enough, right? Because I'm like, well, that sits there, then that doesn't sit there. So if I missed a little somewhere else, it's fine. We can have a little bit of a gusset because at 10 to 1, I'm not keeping these in the same direction as what we started. And I did notice that I don't think our 12 by 12s are all perfectly cut either. We were all having that problem. We're like, why isn't this lining up? Because after this, what you did was you folded it along this top fold here. You reversed it and you used that fold, and you would have just put it just like this. You would have put it in the book, right, in the pages, and you would open this out. You're right, you could tuck them in this way because it'd be sewn in. You would tuck, and you could write or flip this out and have another page off of it. I could totally put a piece of paper in here and use it as a tuck and a page extension. But I don't need a page extension. I've already sewed in my signature now. Am I in? Yes, okay. So, what I'm wondering, so I'm going to go the opposite way, and I'm wondering if I can cut and, I don't think I can. Hold on. Sorry. Because I already have my page, right? And, you know, it's actually a little larger. So, if I want to put it in here and use, I don't want to cover up that. If I want to cover this up, I don't really want to cover up the whole page. So, unless we use it as a flip out, right, to expand on what she's doing, but that seems a little excessive. I mean, yes, it opens this way. I don't feel we need extra. So that's not going to quite work in my favor. And I definitely hate gluing down anything where we're going to use up the paper that I have. So even if we did it outside, because I can cover a little bit of that up, I don't want to glue down, you know, anything that's going to show. Like, I rather cover these guys in fun ways. It's bigger than it looks, and I was like, so fun, but no I don't have enough going on. Like, we don't last year was our 16th birthday. I had a lot of pages. I had a lot of things I could have done. So I'm wondering, I can't do it all in one. I wonder maybe I should cut this, because then I would have a flap down. Like, maybe then we could do multiple silly flaps. This is totally not tutorial, because I'm taking, you know, because the other one, Gail did 1.5 inches and you folded it back, 1.5 inches, you folded back, you folded it down the middle, and you scored one more spot so that you would fold things, you would cut and fold things up. And now I have a lot of folds, which not a bad thing, but I could try. Where's my 1.5 inch? There's a lot in here, but maybe it'll let me cut and play with something. Because I'm like, I need to do something with this, and I have it, and I wanted to make something fun with. I wanted to try to make something fun with, you know, scrapbook paper, and I didn't get very far with that. What did I do with my others? All right, I don't have a board. Well, I have sort of. I have a little bit of a board within my cutting board. Does have something of a score, but not on the half marks, only at the full marks, I think. So I really can't easily do what I want to do, like, where, you know, 1.5 or 2 inches, or 1.5, 2.5 inches, whatever. I only have the. Okay. I'll give this a shot. We're gonna keep folding, and who knows? Maybe then we'll get the right cuts and we'll get something fun, and there may not be any proper instructions here. I'm just trying to see if I can do this and use it where I'm not gluing, you know, colored or printed paper on something. I mean, if I'm going to glue anything down, we're going to glue the white down, right? And we're going to, so you did this, and then what you did was you folded it this way. Okay. And then you would cut here, just one of them, so that you would go here, you would do it to where one of these would flip back around. But I'm wondering if I cut it. No, she cut this one. I'm like, if I cut that one. No, because she folded it, oh, both ways, whether you folded it in or out, you had to, yeah, she had to score, she had to cut a V here, so that would fold nicely, but she cut it here. And the moment I do that, I get the other variation that I don't know if I really want. Alright, we have all these origami, half these origami bits and pieces, and I don't know what to do with it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, who knows? I'm going to have to think my way through that and see if there's something better to do with this. Because I just want to say, oh, I could fold it a few times and maybe I get a number of things out of it. But I'm really not getting any farther than what I had before. Except to, like, I'm like, do I have anything? I'm like looking going, do I have any unusual folds I didn't see before? No, not really. Not until I start cutting. If I start cutting things, then yes, I could probably start. See, there's potentially something there. which isn't bad. I mean, it's one of our side pockets where you have a pocket here and a pocket here, but that's all it really is. Nothing more exciting than that. I'm waiting to see if some fold, some unknown thing comes to me, right? I'm like, does it fold? Does it fold? Does it do something I want it to do? Not really. Well, bummer. I wanted to make a cool pocket thing, and I have to keep looking. I know I made all these folds. Who knows? Yeah, it has potential. We don't have enough going on for me to be like, hey, let's do that. Now, I could make it a little pocket, and I can make it as a memory for her. I could do that. Maybe I'll make it. Okay, here's what we're going to do. It's not what we had expected, which is fine. I think I'm going to make the booklet Gail made. So you cut where you folded up to the score, what it was supposed to be a score line, right? And then, which way? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, there we go. Okay. And what you do is, so the blue's on the outside. Ha! I did something right. Of course, my cutting and my folding are not level. So if you did this right, and we've done so much to it, that they all should be level. Now you can sort of line up the bottoms, and then, because I didn't score it right, you can trim off the top if it's that bad. You can trim stuff off and be like, yeah, that, we can make this work another way. Let's see. So what this does is make a cute little pocketed book that you could put in your journal, like as a little mini booklet. But when you open it, you have to glue those together. You have this 4 pocket thing. So you would have to glue this together. Now you could glue this outside and leave a tuck in this way in between the pockets, which I might do. I might do that. And wow, yeah, I really did not fold that well, did I? None of this is folded well, is it? That or my cut job is really bad, which that's very likely to. Let's see. Yeah, she did do a lot of scoring, which was good. And then let's see if we can fix a few of these little things. What I could do, yeah, because then you washi this to keep it together, and you just enough to binding. Yeah, you washi or do something for binding there. And then you have this little, which I could do, and then I could put photos from her night in it and decorate it and give it to her. Oh, there we go. She might get a kick out of that. Yes, there's folded everywhere, but we're going to be covering some of this, so, because now that's open. So we have to cover, we've got a slit, we have to cover, and I now see why she made what she did here. So, so much fun, I know. But this is an old one from Gail. A 12 by 12, she had it, I said a year ago, and I don't, they don't really give you years, so, they don't give you, exact dates, and I don't think it was in an actual, playlist, I don't think. I'll try to find it, and I can reconnect it if you wanted a better explanation of what I was doing, but it is 1.5, you fold it at 6 inches, you score it at 1.5, 6, and 1.5, if you have a 12 by 12, okay, and then you turn it and you score it at 6 again, because when you cut it, you want to cut from where your pockets are vertical, and you want to cut it up to the score line so that you can do this, right? You need to make sure though that your pattern that you want is on the outside of your booklet. Now I have white on the inside, so I will have to cover that, sort of scrappy cover it. Now we do cut the V's here to make your folds a little easier, which I did a really deep whatever, but you can, sometimes it helps too where you glue the outsides and you leave that open and it makes it easier to tuck stuff in. You do have to glue this down here. You could probably glue it all the way around, but I'm going to leave this side open so I can tuck something else inside, whether I tuck a letter, a card, something in here that may have, maybe it was information about her weekend with her best friends for her birthday party. Like maybe I'll put something in here of memory. So what I want to do, so this wasn't what we planned, but hey, I can't do what I want to do, so it's still for her birthday. but it may be more of a memory little booklet that I can give to her, and she can, you know, keep it with her stuff. So why not? She's always asking for something. Usually she is asking for something cute. Now I'm going to distress it before I cover it, so that way if I need a little play, I can use the inked areas as my buffer. And I got, you know us, we have to have our little thumb notches so we know where things are tucked in. So let's ink everything before we glue anything down. And yeah, I think gluing some things down are definitely going to help. So that goes that way. So these guys get all the little white edges off. But anyway, I found this paper and I really pretty, and I thought it would work great in the book. Now it still works great if she decides she doesn't want to keep it on her end. I could put in the book and later give it to her because I keep all this stuff together. I just paper clip it in and she could have it later. It's not a, you know, not a big deal either way. But yeah, her birthday's on a Thursday, and so she's gonna hang out with a friend after school on a Thursday, and then she's gonna, well, me and her sister have to be at an appointment, and then we're gonna go to dinner, you know, that night with her grandparents, my parents. So that'll be fun. And then Friday night, I think it's Friday night, her two best friends are gonna come over and they're gonna do the whole girly sleepover movie, play games type of, you know, deal. Maybe decorate nails. I don't know. We'll see. We're hoping we can keep both girls overnight. They normally don't get to get out very often. Her best friends usually don't get to come out. Well, they get to come out. They just don't get to come and like sleep over. I have to beg and plead the parents. I'm like, okay, come on. They've been with each other since freshman year. Like, these are good kids. Like, come on. We should be able to let them stay at my house or your house or, you know, whatever. We're very lucky that these three are very well behaved and they're avid in their events, you know. Two of them are going super advanced in their schooling right now. Got sort of sucked into the program and now they're like stuck. So they're like, well, let's finish it out, I guess. Mine's the artsy one. Well, they're all very, actually I have to say, two of them are artsy, two of them are super brainiacs. You know, two are, like, there's always two of something out of the three. So they all sort of balance each other out. It's sort of cute. Okay, so those are all done. That looks all done. All right. I had all these fun little origami without being origami. Who knew? Wasn't sure. You just have to go with the flow sometimes and decide what works. So I will glue this bottom together though, so that I am not stressing over this every 5 seconds. And I know it's lining up, and you know we've got some give there. There we go. It gives me my new pocket. I won't do these pockets yet until I get these papers in place. Then I will do that. That works. Okay. I want to say I try to make these. I won't glue that. I think we'll just do, I have a pretty blue washi that is snowflakes. And so we'll use that to go around the edges. But I'll wait till I'm sort of done so I'm not bending and rebending it too many times. I keep forgetting how wet that So I can do one of two things. She loves scenes. She loves scenic ideas. And I noticed that these little guys are not big enough. She's not much of a, yeah, she's not much of a, she likes scenic stuff, which I could just, I'm like, well, I got two that are long, which I can then definitely make sure they cover, right? They cover to the edge, but not down to that pocket, which you do see. Well, that's sort of a bummer. Okay, well, maybe not those. I was like, she loves scenes. I have 3 of them, but not a 4th. I don't know if she'd like the cabin idea. If I cut it and border it, that's not as clean cut as I'd like that to be. I love these. These are Tim Holtz. I bought these 2 or 3 years ago, and there was Christmas versions and there was winter scenes. And I think that one I cut down thinking I was going to use it and then didn't use it. Or it's a 3rd size. I don't remember. Alright, that's not going to work quite the way I was hoping for. So, I do have these. It's a scan of the Silabella, which I can make those the outside ones. And then maybe the inside one could be the cabins and the deer. Maybe I can get it to where I can get 2 out of them. Let's see. I know I'm running out of time with you guys. So, all right. Well, try to use a 12 by 12. This one only required, 3 folds and, 4 scores, 3 folds, 1 cut, and a little gluing. There we go. Not whatever I did. Yes, there's a lot of origami in this thing. But by the time I'm done covering the inside and probably doing a little bit of a cut with snowflake, snowman cover on the front, it's going to be a great little memory keeper where I can put photos and fun little things from their ordeal. She's not big on red, but I'm wondering we can do this one just, down to here, and then this one should fit over here too. So let's see. Yeah, that is a lot longer than it looks, so it does not fit both ways if I don't go down the middle. So let's do this. Let's make sure. This was a start, again, another sample piece. And if it goes just right, doesn't get down to here like I was hoping, which is the only thing that's bugging me, but I could put some of that washi here down below and that would take care of the problem. So we can go up to the top and get washi in the inside where it's in the way, and I can use both ends one way or another. Aha, all right. I love when that does work. Oh, am I off the camera? I don't know. What are we at to? Ooh, 51 minutes. So yes, let's not go long. I know my last video was definitely long, so sorry. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. A 12 by 12 turned into a cute little ephemera memory book. You can put journal cards in here. You can put, in my case, we're going to put birthday. We're going to put photos in here. We will put some kind of letter or note in here stating the ordeals and the fun of her weekend with her friends. I will decorate the front with snowmen and snowflakes, since she is my winter girl. And, this is when, even though you have a scrapbook page that is white on the inside, you find your scraps, right? You continue to find the scrapbook paper, like Lorette shows us, where, you use your scrapbook and your scraps of scrapbooks. You can put it on the inside. You do the outside, you fold it, you do it the inside. Cover it up, make it nice and tall. In this case, I use more paper. I use journal cards. All works, right? But scrapbook paper can have many uses, many folds, many ways, and, make a bunch of different fun things. So thank you all very much for joining me. Liking, loving, commenting, coming along. I'm working really hard, except for last week, to try to be every other day for you guys. We have today. I have another project inspired by Lorette. She was showing me all kinds of fun things that she made. So hopefully you'll get to see her do hers on Wednesday. And then I will follow up on my, me doing a better version, hopefully a better idea of Friday. On Thursday I'll do mine after she does hers on Wednesday. And, or I should say, my video will be on Thursday after she hopefully does her Wednesday. And I will just hopefully mimic her and go, look what we did. Because she made another really cute pocket, and I want to use that in the folio for the new cozy winter folio that I want to make. I figured we could do some ephemera for it first, to have some fun and get some things going, and then the full first week, good, that's a mouthful, of December, we will definitely start working on that cozy winter. As I'm waiting for ideas, as we're doing ideas, I might decide to step in if we make more ephemera and make some to match. What goes in the cozy winter may also go in our December daily, but I doubt it. I don't have a lot going on, so I think we'll do the folio so we can get it done and get it out, and someone can have a nice winter folio of beautiful ephemera if they want it, right? I'm all for that. It almost looks like a cow more than a deer, but it's like supposed to be an elk or something. He's so chubby. So we're gonna fold that so I know exactly where to cut it. I likey. I'm actually gonna probably do this a couple ways deep and see if I can just rip it out. So we have plans. I've got another inspiring bits of ephemera from Lorette for Thursday, and then we will start working on maybe the covering up and measurements of the folio for the cozy winter next week. So So Thursday, I'll try to do a Saturday video, whether it'll be a Saturday and Monday, huh? I don't know if I have an actual Merry Monday. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'll come up with something. Maybe I'll come up with something for Monday. I think I want to do some Christmas. I wanted to do some of those other little fold-ups for Christmas, but we're going to get farther and farther out from that, so I don't know. But we're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. See, there we go. So I'm just going to cover inside of those. Wait, yes. Oh, God, I almost did that totally backwards, right? Okay, so, nope, this is going to be that side and this side. There we go. See, I almost did screw it up. I got so excited. So we're going to have our... Oh, no, maybe not. They should match, huh? I should have this go... Okay, that doesn't go all the way across, but I should have this be one set and this be the other set, huh? Whew, okay. I was going to do front and back, and I was like, nope, that doesn't look cute. I don't like that. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it. I'll show you guys on the next video how this turned out, how far I got with it, and we'll continue working on it as we get a moment. But, yeah, there we go. Turning a 12 by 12 into something fabulous. Scraps into little pieces and to go in for more sets of memorabilia and memory keeping. All beautiful ephemera one way or another. And I really appreciate you. And, yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day. Talk to you all real soon. Bye-bye.